Hey everyone, public servants, this one's for you.
Yeah,
Let's talk about serving citizens better.
absolutely.
It's at the heart of what we do.
Right.
We're going to dive deep into gov.uk one login today.
Okay.
You know that system.
Yes.
Designed to make accessing government services simpler.
Right.
We've got this gov.uk blog post, and it unpacks some interesting research about how it works for different folks.
Yeah.
Especially younger people.
Interesting.
And get this, it's not always straightforward.
Oh, really?
Not as straightforward as we think.
Okay, so what's the blog post say?
Well, it dives into,
Yeah.
digital inclusion.
Oh, digital inclusion, right?
And that's what I find really compelling.
Okay, yeah.
It goes into the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
So the gov.uk one login team, right?
Yeah.
They have this ambitious goal,
Okay.
making it easy for everyone to access government services.
Sounds simple enough.
Right, yeah. But everyone, that's a huge spectrum
Yeah, it is.
of needs and experiences,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to digital access.
Oh, that's a good point.
So, speaking of getting into the details,
Yeah.
the post highlights all the research that went into this.
Okay.
Over 150 rounds of research
Wow.
with more than 2,000 participants.
That's a serious commitment.
That's a serious commitment to understanding user experiences.
It really is.
So
Yeah.
they didn't just use surveys.
Okay.
They used in-depth interviews, too.
To get a,
Yeah,
a comprehensive picture.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's not just anecdotal.
Right.
They looked at real patterns
Yeah.
across a very diverse population.
That's great.
And here's where it gets a little surprising.
Oh, okay.
We often hear that the biggest roadblock to digital inclusion
Yeah.
is the lack of internet access.
Right.
But the research found that only 3% of people surveyed lacked internet-capable devices.
3%. Wow. So clearly there's more to it
Yeah.
than just,
They're just connecting.
yeah.
So what is it?
Well, this data challenges some assumptions, right?
Oh, yeah.
About access.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're making assumptions.
The research found some unexpected obstacles.
Oh, really? Like what?
Things like,
Yeah.
not having the right ID
Uh-huh.
or having a limited credit history.
Wait, hold on. Insufficient credit history?
Yeah.
That's a barrier to digital access.
It's not so intuitive, is it?
Never thought of that.
But it makes sense if you think about it.
Okay.
We rely on credit history for security questions.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And online identity verification.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really relevant to your work,
Oh, okay.
daily.
Yeah.
Think about the citizens you interact with.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them might be facing these exact challenges?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you realize how important it is to understand these barriers
Right.
so we can create services that are truly accessible
Absolutely.
to everyone.
Everyone.
So it's not just about connecting people.
Right.
What are the hurdles?
What are the real hurdles?
Yeah.
What's preventing people
What's preventing them?
from accessing these essential services?
Yes.
Well, the research uncovered some pretty significant findings.
Yeah.
Especially, when it comes to...
When it comes to younger citizens.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the part where I was blown away.
Oh, really?
They found that only 4% of people under 17
Wow.
had enough of a financial or government footprint
Yeah.
to be easily identified online. 4%.
That's a tiny fraction.
Tiny fraction of young people.
A startling statistic.
It is.
I think it points to a bigger, broader societal trend.
Right.
This is a generation maybe
Yeah.
that doesn't have those traditional identifiers.
Yeah.
Like
Credit card.
credit cards, bank accounts.
Right.
Things we've come to rely on.
And it doesn't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
What else did they find?
46% of these young people
Mm-hmm.
don't even have a phone number.
Wow.
And 20%
Yeah.
lack an email address.
How are they supposed to,
I know.
function in this digital world?
It highlights the reality
Yeah.
that for a lot of young people,
Mm-hmm.
the basic digital tools
Yeah.
and identifier
Are-
that we take for granted
Yeah, we do.
simply aren't there.
Mm.
And this isn't an abstract problem, right?
Right.
This has real-world consequences.
So true.
Think about it.
Yeah.
These are the folks who will be relying on gov.uk one login
Yeah.
for everything,
From
from applying for their first job
yeah.
to getting a mortgage.
Eventually.
It makes you think about the long-term impact,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. this digital divide. We're talking about their whole adult lives.
Okay.
Shaped by this.
We need to get this right.
Absolutely.
Right.
We need to ensure that everyone has the same opportunities.
And participate.
Participate in our, in our digital society.
Yeah.
Which means understanding the why.
The why?
Why are so many missing these identifiers?
Yeah, why?
Is it generational?
Is it economic?
Maybe it's both.
A combination.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a complex issue.
It is.
And it's something we need to think about if we're serious about creating services that work for everyone.
For everyone.
But I think this research presents a real opportunity.
An opportunity.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Instead of a problem.
Opportunity.
So what can we do with this information?
As public servants.
Yeah. How do we take action?
How do we make a difference?
Yeah.
Well, awareness is a crucial first step.
Okay.
We need to be mindful of these potential barriers in everything we do.
Everything.
From how we design services to how we communicate with citizens.
We can't just assume that everyone has the same access and the same digital literacy.
No, not at all.
We have to design with inclusivity in mind.
Right. From the start.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Exactly. And that might mean exploring new ways to verify people's identities.
Absolutely.
Especially for those who don't have traditional documentation.
Right.
It could also mean providing more support.
Okay.
More guidance.
Yeah.
For people who have trouble with online tasks.
The blog post mentioned that a lot of young people rely on friends and family for help online.
It's a red flag.
It is a red flag.
We need to empower them.
To be independent.
Yes, to navigate the digital world on their own.
Digital skills training.
Right.
Support.
Can't be an afterthought. We need to integrate it into the services we provide.
We need to give people the tools and the confidence.
Yeah.
So it's almost like digital literacy is as fundamental
like traditional literacy
as reading and writing.
Yeah.
It's not just about using a website or an app.
It's about thinking critically.
Yeah.
Evaluating information. Protecting your privacy.
Engaging with the digital world.
In a meaningful way.
Yes.
Yes.
Thinking bigger picture.
Yeah.
Championing digital inclusion initiatives.
In our organizations, advocating for policies that promote accessibility.
For all
citizens.
The culture.
Within government.
To make this a priority.
So it's not enough to just talk about it.
No.
We have to take action.
Embed these values into our actions.
Walk the walk. Yes, walk the walk.
What happens if we don't address these barriers?
What if we leave people behind?
What are the implications for public service?
I think the consequences could be significant. Okay.
We risk excluding people from essential services.
Yeah.
From participating in democracy.
Oh, wow.
From engaging in society.
Yeah.
It could make inequality worse.
Oh, no.
Create a two-tiered system.
Where some are left behind.
Yeah.
That's a bleak picture.
Yeah, but it's a call to action.
It is.
We have a responsibility to ensure everyone has the opportunity to participate.
In our digital society.
And benefit from the services we provide.
What stood out to you from all this?
What really struck me was the realization that digital inclusion is more than a technical issue. It's about social justice.
Social justice.
We're talking about equal access
to essential services.
Opportunities, full participation.
Yeah, fairness.
It is. It's about fairness and equity.
I like that.
Yeah.
It elevates the conversation.
Beyond the technology.
Yeah.
Gets to the heart of public service.
It does. It underscores how crucial our roles are.
Yes.
As public servants. Yeah. In bridging this divide.
Yes.
Creating a more equitable future.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Let's get practical. Let's talk about real world examples of how public servants are putting these insights into action.
I'm always inspired by the creativity.
Of our colleagues. What are some innovative approaches you've seen?
I've seen some too.
One thing that's gaining traction is the idea of dedicated digital support hubs.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Having a place where people can get help.
A physical space.
Yeah, a physical space.
Yeah.
With online tasks.
Access devices. Improve their digital skills.
Huge difference. Especially for folks who don't have that support at home.
That's right.
And it goes beyond just providing technology.
It does.
They offer workshops, tutorials.
All-in-one tutorials.
even social gatherings.
Yeah. All about digital skills.
Yeah, it's about building confidence.
Building community.
Creating a sense of community around digital literacy.
Not just fixing a technical problem.
Right.
It's empowering people to fully participate.
Yes.
And think about it.
Yeah.
Someone gains these skills. It opens up so many opportunities.
Absolutely.
From jobs to connecting with family to accessing services.
That can improve their lives.
Absolutely.
And speaking of reaching out, I've also been impressed by partnerships between government agencies and organizations like libraries and schools.
Schools.
To provide digital literacy programs.
That's a great idea.
Especially for young people.
Yeah, get them early.
It's brilliant.
Integrated into the education system.
Yeah, meet people where they are.
Yeah, be proactive.
And it's not just about teaching them how to use a website. It's about developing their critical thinking skills.
Critical think?
Help them evaluate information. Online safety.
Be responsible digital citizens.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes to gov.uk one login and digital inclusion. What steps can we take to ensure no one gets left behind?
I think the foundation is listening.
Listening.
Those who face these barriers.
Yeah.
We have to go beyond assumptions and engage with diverse communities through user research, focus groups, partnerships with community organizations.
Yeah.
Their lived experience is so valuable.
It's invaluable.
We need to make sure that the solutions actually meet the needs
of people we serve.
We can't design in a vacuum.
Absolutely not.
And it's ongoing.
It is.
We need to keep iterating,
and
refining our approaches.
Always asking,
how can we make it better?
How can we reach those being left behind?
Exactly.
Share what we learn.
Yes.
Knowledge sharing.
Collaboration across agencies.
It is so crucial.
So we can learn from each other.
For each other's successes.
And challenges.
We're all in this together.
We are.
Working together.
Right, learning from each other.
Keeping the needs of our citizens in mind.
We can create a truly inclusive digital future.
For everyone.
For everyone.
This deep dive has been eye-opening.
It has.
Digital inclusion is complex.
It is.
And we need to consider these barriers.
In everything we do.
It's inspiring to see how public servants are tackling this.
It is inspiring.
Making a difference.
A real difference.
It's all about
serving citizens better.
One login at a time.
One login at a time.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
To our fellow public servants.
Yeah.
Keep up the amazing work.
You're doing great.
Until next time.